Hello, Capricorn, and welcome to your tarot card reading for May 2024. Hello everyone, and welcome back to the channel. If you're new here, my name is Jane, and in these readings we really go through a tarot card prediction and astrology prediction. I really try my hardest to link these two together to give you the most accurate predictions that you can possibly get here on YouTube. So we are going to go ahead and get right into this. If you are interested in a private reading, I've made some changes to my offering, and as of May 1st, those will be made available on my website for booking. So if you're interested, the links can be found in the description box and the pinned comment down below. So be sure to keep your eyes open for that. I'm very excited to be connecting with all of your energy this month. It's a very exciting month as we have Jupiter coming into Gemini at the end of May. We have Taurus season. We have Venus and Mars in rulership. We have really wonderful things happening in the sky that are going to help push us forward. So with that being said, you're welcome to check out your sun, moon, or rising sign. If you're brand spanking new and you have no idea, just check out your sun sign. That's fine. And if you're kind of exploring, please check out all three of those signs to see which one resonates with you the most. Some readers will resonate with different placements. So if you resonate more with your sun or rising with me, then that would be who you would watch with me. So let's go ahead and get right into it. Thank you all again. You guys know I love and appreciate each and every one of you for being here. So let's go ahead and get started. Hello, Capricorn. Welcome to your May reading. Let's go ahead, get started. We're going to start with an oracle card here. Let's see what comes through. So what is it that Capricorn really needs to know here? We have murky waters. Okay. It seems like you are sort of trudging through some kind of unknowns, but that's okay. Don't worry about the unknown. There's always unknown all the time, and it can be a little confusing and it can be a little strange. Look, we have to acknowledge how powerful Aries season was. We're in Taurus season now. I get it. We're in May, but April was really powerful. Okay, we not only had the eclipse, we also had the Jupiter-Uranus conjunction. We also had the Mars-Saturn conjunction. There was a lot happening last month. We are now in the aftermath of that, and we're now just really trying to redirect. In late May, very end of May, Jupiter comes into Gemini, the sun comes into Gemini, and the Gemini energy is going to be so pronounced in terms of helping us find a pathway. Okay, that's real. That's like how I'm like earmarking Jupiter and Gemini in the most basic sense, okay? Finding a pathway. So we don't have to know that right now. And so if we are just kind of saying, all right, well, I know a little bit about kind of where I need to go, that's fine. And just take really basic steps. But right now we have Venus in rulership, we have Mars in rulership, and there's just a lot of kind of balance and power and autonomy and independence. And so it's really up to you to put it on your own shoulders to make some things happen. So yeah, it may be a little murky. It may be a little confusing. It may not really make a lot of sense, and you may be feeling like you're kind of fumbling through some stuff, but you will find a way. And I think really tapping into that, high vibrational, it's all working out for me. It's going to be the best case scenario. It's going to be fine. I think you're really safe to do that. I don't know that you should be having a ton of doubts about things. Okay. Beautiful. This card came out for, I think, Sagittarius too. It says, am I focused on what I want most? I'm going to read the back of it. It says, one reason so few of us achieve what we truly want is that we never direct our focus. We never concentrate our power. Most people dabble their way through life, never deciding to master anything in particular. It's a Tony Robbins quote. So what you focus on grows. Ask yourself today, is my life a reflection of my values, or do I need to make adjustments? Prioritize. Chances are you need to make adjustments. Otherwise, we wouldn't have gotten this murky water card. Okay. We have to reevaluate what it is that we're focused on, what it is we are investing in. And you can take your time throughout the next few weeks to really do this. It's not like there's a huge time crunch or anything like that. It's really about stepping back, stepping away, coming into a higher consciousness, which will actually be a little bit easier to do because the sun is coming into this conjunction with Uranus and Jupiter now. So the sun is going to amplify that continually over the next couple of weeks. And you can kind of take that step back to gain that clarity and say, what really is my most top priority? I mean, it's wonderful to have a big, grand vision. Like I always say, like your castle or your $250 million yacht, right? You can have those giant goals. But also, like, let's be practical. It's Taurus season. We want to be able to succeed. We want to survive. We're going to have to work hard. We're going to have to get our hands in the trenches a little bit in Taurus season in order to make something happen. And we can't go from zero to the castle like immediately, right? So realistically, what does it make the most sense in terms of your long-term goals and values? What makes the most sense for you to focus on right now? Because if you're in murky waters, it's probably because there's a lack of clarity or there's a lack of understanding how a particular goal needs to be structured in order to be achieved. It's okay to be a little bit boring in Taurus season. Okay, it's okay to be more scientific and to take that kind of structured approach to things. That's going to be the best possible way for you to do it. And it's okay for you to like look at these steps and say, what resources do I need? What people do I need? How much money do I need? What's my budget look like? Like those are the types of things that you could really be doing to help yourself actually achieve these goals and to help you gain the clarity that you need. Okay? Because as we continue on, like I say, as Jupiter moves through Gemini for the next year, it's all about finding the pathway. So as long as you know what needs to be done, the path will reveal itself, okay, over the course of the next year. And there's the Gemini card. Okay. Okay. I will tell you that this month too, for a lot of the other signs, the social network has really been coming out pretty hot and heavy too. And paying attention to those with whom you associate. Now, on the positive side, the Three of Cups really is about positive reinforcement, emotional support, people that love you, celebrate you, support you, and absolutely cheer you on a consistent basis. Those people who inspire you, who motivate you, right? Reading even books, podcasts, videos on YouTube and TikToks and whatever, like all of these things are going to be so impactful for you. But with the reversal here, I want you to be careful of people that do not have your best intentions or do not have the best intentions for you. Because to me, this feels very gossipy. It feels kind of like two-faced, like one way to your face, the other way to your back. And it feels like rumors. It feels kind of toxic, kind of poisonous. And I see this being you running away from that as much as possible. Running away from people that are not living the type of way that you are wanting to live, Capricorn, because I don't know, when the Wheel of Fortune is here, we don't want to put ourselves in a scenario where we don't accept the opportunities that the Wheel of Fortune can bring. These types of people, these types of relationships, this type of consumption, this type of environment can prevent you from really seeing the opportunities that are right in front of your face. And when you are trying to get focused and you're trying to get out of these murky waters, you have to be so selective, so discriminating, and so healthy with your boundaries that this does not become a problem. You want to make sure that you are associating with and collaborating with and working with only the best and the brightest people, the people that will ultimately lift you up, the people who are going to help you get to where you want to be focused on. Okay? So be really cognizant. And I see you running away from this big time. Actually, I even kind of feel like the wheel is spinning in that direction and this guy's going in this direction. It's like both directions. There's so much deflection away from that Three of Cups, away from the drainage. And that's going to be the healthiest thing for you. Like whichever direction you need to go there. Just get away from the Three of Cups reversed. Okay? The Knight of Swords, what I love about him in this context is he does know what he wants. And I think in your core, in your heart of hearts, you do know. And it can be materialistic goals, but it can also be spiritual and health goals and family goals and love goals and career, like all that. Like I know that you know to a degree what you want, but these voices can get really in your head. They can kind of seep in. They can get very naggy. They can get to a point where they sour you. And what I'm also worried about is people not, and it doesn't mean they have to be happy the way you're happy or enthusiastic about your stuff the way you are. I mean, they've got their own life or whatever, but it's like people who make fun of you or something for you being enthusiastic about something. It's like you're enthusiastic, they make fun of you. It's like, why? You know, I'm kind of getting that kind of energy. So staying away from those types of people as much as you can. All right, so let's see. Page of Swords. Yeah, exactly. See, we want to match with people. And this is like so completely, look, even here, both of these cards going inward toward the Two of Cups. So it's like the opposite of this. We have the Page of Swords and the Six of Swords both coming in here. So the real gravity is, who are the people that you are partnering with? Like, with whom are you partnering? This kind of is not exactly what I was expecting from your reading, specifically given the astrological environment. It doesn't feel that collaborative to me. And actually, I think you're one of the only signs that I'm going to have this conversation with. There's still a lot of self-accountability and responsibility with Mars in Aries and Venus in Taurus. It's still heavy on your shoulders, but I'm looking at this Two of Cups and I'm really sensing that there are going to be some positive relationships that emerge from this month. And don't be afraid to collaborate and work with people. Don't be afraid to have deep and meaningful conversations and get advice and get counsel with people. Again, like I say, it could be actual people face to face. Maybe you hire someone, maybe you meet a romantic partner, maybe there's a podcast or videos or TikToks or someone, whatever, but it's like really, it's magnetic. I think you're being pulled toward things that are healthy for you the more and more you reject the things that are not. And the more and more you get pulled toward the things that are healthy for you, the more clarity you're going to have, because the perspective that another person can really offer you, like someone who has mutual respect for you, someone who has some degree of emotional intelligence and they can articulate what it is they're thinking and feeling. These are people that you can, see yourself more clearly, because maybe this murky waters isn't necessarily so much about you struggling to see your future so much as it is you struggling to see yourself moving into the future or seeing yourself becoming that person in the future. And having someone else look in at you and say, Capricorn, you're great, you're intelligent, you absolutely can, no big, they have that feedback mechanism that can be so powerful for you. Okay. And you are, like, we as human beings, we are suggestible. So if we are reinforcing ourselves via our peers, which is a tool that we can use. It's not like, as much as I would love to say, oh, don't care what people think about you. That's like such a ridiculous notion. We all care what people think. To some degree, it is important. And so when we have that positive reinforcement from our peers, we become the embodiment of those perceptions very commonly. Okay, that's why like paying attention to the people we're around is so critical. And what I love about the Page of Swords is it feels fresh. It feels like a refreshing, like breathing the cool springtime air. It's just time, it's ready, things are coming alive. And with the Wheel of Fortune, it just kind of has this overall air of optimism and positivity and enthusiasm for what it is you're trying to create. That there's a sense of possibility, there's a sense of hope. And when you have that sense and you are being reinforced by people around you, it makes it all seem so much easier, so much more possible and plausible. And I think everyone deserves that. Everyone deserves to have that. Now, I'm not suggesting that things are necessarily going to move quickly, because with the Six of Swords, especially reversed, I do see a very slow pace. So I even said that when I was talking about, getting focused. I don't know that, I mean, you can still show up and still do all you've got to do, and you can still make the phone calls and, get your hands in the dirt and make things happen. You can still do all of that. But I also don't know that you're going to see the end results in May. May is not really the time of end results. That's actually more like Capricorn, Aquarius season stuff. Okay, if we're going by the cycle of the zodiac, that's harvest time. Okay, and you need to just understand that you're kind of in the beginning of this new process. All right, let's see what comes out in the last row here. Okay. I mean, it does seem like there is some struggle. There is some struggle with actually, because to me, this feels very almost distracted. Like I'm kind of getting a distracted energy, but I don't think it's a bad thing, or I don't think it's going to hinder you too much. It just may feel a little bit all over the place. It doesn't feel as structured as I think Capricorn either normally is or would like or prefer. I'm okay with the chaos right now. I'm okay with things kind of being all over the place because we still have a lot of Uranian energy. Remember, the sun is coming into a conjunction with Uranus, coming into a conjunction with Jupiter, and then Jupiter and Gemini, and then the sun and Jupiter are both going to move into Gemini. So it doesn't have to be all in this perfect little box, this perfect little bow wrapped up in these perfect compartments. It can be a little sloppy, just simply because I think that's kind of what it needs to be right now. As long as you still have some degree of progress, because there's still work being done. It just may not, like I say, if you're not seeing results, sometimes it feels like it's just all getting ripped open and there's nothing really to hold on to. It's not very tangible or anything, but you are still, it's like the process can be really messy sometimes. We know that. It's like when you clean out your closet and it just gets everywhere and there's clothes everywhere and old shoes, and you're trying to figure out, well, what can I sell and what can I donate and what needs to be in the trash, and you're trying to categorize everything and your room is like a total mess. That's kind of like what this feels like to me. You're in the process of just kind of ripping everything apart, in the process of figuring it out, in the process of gaining clarity. And so while you're doing that, it may not feel as what you think, but it's still in the right direction. And you'll still see progress, and you'll still see something come from it. And these changes that you're making, it does feel a little bit like it's going to hurt a little bit. It's definitely going to sting. It's definitely going to be one of those months where stuff kind of comes up for you a little bit. But again, there's the higher consciousness there. You understand that there's a reason for things, and you'll be able to extract the wisdom that you need to from the pain points, from the little traumas that come up and get triggered. But as Mars traverses through Aries, it's going to come in contact with the North Node, right? That's where the big eclipse was in Aries on the 8th. So over the next couple of weeks, we're going to feel that energy of I guess we could call it destiny sort of coming into play a little bit. And we're still going to have that drive to still make things happen. But, as Mars comes over that eclipse point, and then it comes over Chiron, I do still think there's going to be there's going to be a little bit of some stings. But the stings are, I think, a good sign that you are moving on and that you are healing and that you are making the trades, especially the relationship trades. I know that sounds like kind of a weird word, but I feel like you're trading one set of relationships for another set of relationships. Not super great ones for really good ones. Ones where you can collaborate and just be really, really close, I'm just kind of looking, I have not been getting a lot of major arcana in these readings. You've only got one, which means the Wheel of Fortune is the most powerful card in the spread. And we love that because that's a kind of a sign that things are turning, things are changing. But it's really important to remember that the Wheel of Fortune happens in small increments, one little thing at a time. This is not a like whole enchilada type of deal. This is bite-sized pieces, especially with the Page of Swords coming out. I think your main focus right now is reevaluating the relationships. I think that's one of the main focuses for you. That's going to be the most beneficial while you're kind of figuring out all the other tasks and things that need to be implemented. Because I'm looking at this Queen of Swords here. I don't think this is you. I think you're definitely more the Knight of Swords, Page of Swords, because I'm getting much more positivity here. And this one feels it might like be connected with the Three of Cups. This one feels a little sour, and it's looking in at this Three of Swords. This feels like a thorn in your paw, and that has also been a theme throughout the month for a lot of the signs, that there's something, whether it's a person, could also be a circumstance. It doesn't necessarily have to be an individual person. It could be a financial situation or like kind of a career issue, or maybe there's a person at work, you know, but it is someone that I think is very sour. I just am getting this sour energy from them, and they are problematic. I don't know that you'll be able to completely eliminate the Queen of Swords because she seems kind of like a staple. Like, let's say, for example, it's a boss. You know, I don't know that you'll be able to just get away from your boss if it's but you might be trying. You might be out there trying to find a new job, and maybe that's what your focus is on. But for now, I do unfortunately feel like that Queen of Swords is just kind of stuck there. But the reason why that's a good thing is because when you have something like a Queen of Swords reverse nipping at your heels, it is massive motivation to get things moving. If you have a situation or a person that is such a problem, then this feels like the moment where you say, okay, enough, I have to do something about this. You probably hit that breaking point in April. And Taurus season is you trying to figure out how to contend with it. You reach the breaking point. What do you do about it? This month, you try to figure it out. I probably will suggest you'll probably come up with better ideas in Gemini season. Taurus season feels really preparatory to me. It feels like we're preparing for Gemini season because it is going to be a big one. And I think you're in your creative energy right now, where next month you might be a little bit more in your implementation energy with sixth house stuff. And, but that's okay. It's only like a month away. So you may have to just kind of deal with this for now. It may just need to remain a little bit sour, but this may be what's driving everything. And for that, you can be grateful because it got to a point where it rattled your cage and you just said enough and you felt that push. So now you get to feel the push, and now you get to reap the rewards of that push because now you've initiated an entirely new like creation cycle. And I think you're going to be very surprised as to how much you'll be able to achieve and accomplish over the course of the next year now that Jupiter moves into Gemini, which is such a creative placement. It's going to be really, really cool, I think. So yeah, I mean, don't put too much pressure on yourself. That's like one thing I could say. Focus on the people you're associating. Gain clarity on what it is you want and, you know, what steps need to be taken. But understand, like, if it's still a little murky, that is okay. Okay, you don't have to put yourself under such a microscope. All right? So let's go ahead and take a look here at the clarifiers. So for those of you who are new here, I'm about to pull out a whole bunch of new cards. And we are going to talk about these in the comprehensive reading. So if you want to join, you are more than welcome. And the link for that is going to be found in the description box and the comment thread down below. You'll see my pinned comment there with the links. So we're going to get really in deep with this. So Three of Swords, again, another Three of Swords. Beautiful. Nine of Cups. For the 3. Yeah, had a feeling. Seven of Swords. Beautiful. There are going to be opportunities that open up for you. There's no doubt. I like the cup energy because I think it just feels good, you know? Oh, amazing. See, I told you, I was like, yeah, you're definitely more the page energy. And now we get the Empress. Yeah, you're definitely the page energy. Okay. I like that Queen of Swords a lot better. Beautiful. Okay. Are you dealing with a Libra? Getting lots of Libra energy. Aries. Okay, I think all these swords are you. I really do. Okay. Yeah, you're coming out as all the swords. All right, Capricorn, what else? Beautiful, love to see the Fool, Page, Hierophant, Ace. Yeah, see, there's opportunity with that Queen of Swords. As annoying and frustrating and hard as it is, there's opportunity, no doubt. Okay, this is where we're going to pick up in the comprehensive Capricorn. So if you want to join, you are welcome. Again, description box, pinned comment thread down below. Thank you all so much. Have a good month. Take care. Bye-bye.